What's going on, family? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm excited to talk to you guys about protein intake and how it can maximize your muscle growth and strength gains. Protein is of course a staple, and that's why supplementing it can be ideal because it's one of the best absorbed and highest quality proteins you can take. To ensure we maximize muscle gain and strength gain, we do want to make sure we are taking protein the correct way, we are taking the best type, and we are taking it at the perfect time. So sit back, relax, and enjoy these 3 tips to make sure you guys are maximizing your protein intake. So if you're looking to get the best bang for buck, I would tell you to look into protein whey isolate and casein protein. So starting off with whey isolate, it is a very high quality clean protein that already has been filtered to ensure most of the protein is protein by weight. To make sure the protein is at the highest level, you want to make sure the cows are treated well. And it's because whey protein actually comes from milk. So you want to ensure that they're not treated with hormones or antibiotics. The next thing you want to look into is the fillers. So are there GMOs, artificial sweeteners, or anything negative that can impact the protein? And personally, I do have a stomach that gets upset pretty easily, so I want to avoid the gassiness, the bloating, all that type of stuff. And this is where quality of the protein matters a lot. So if you can find a high quality protein without the fillers, you can ensure that every single gram is going to be working towards protein muscle synthesis. In addition, for all of you guys that are lactose free, protein isolate does not contain lactose if it is high quality. And for all of you guys not trying to intake gluten, it also doesn't have gluten as well. If you are trying to keep things clean, protein isolate is also a great option because generally it doesn't have very high carbs and fat. Although this is minimal, maybe someone in a contest prep or someone with a sensitive stomach, this one could be a great choice for you. But if you don't care about the little bit extra calories, you can intake a regular protein concentrate, which isn't as clean, but it will be a little bit more affordable. But depending on your situation, protein isolate or concentrate might not be the best option for you. If you're looking for something that's a little bit more slow digesting, then I actually recommend a casein, more specifically a micellar casein protein. Micellar casein is a little bit higher quality, and casein overall is slower digesting, as I mentioned earlier. So this protein is going to be the best before bed, because when you're sleeping, you're not going to be able to intake anything, of course. So the casein protein is going to be broken down slowly to ensure you're more in an anabolic state. Although casein isn't a necessity, if you're looking to get the best bang for buck, I do recommend switching things up or even looking into a protein that does have a blend. This moves me on to the next major key, and it's your protein timing. And personally, I like to recommend at least 4 times a day. So when you first wake up, because you've been fasted all night from sleeping, 2 hours before you work out, because once you start working out, you won't be able to eat, and post workout, and lastly, just before bed. And generally, I like to split this up because I want to ensure you're in a more anabolic state throughout the day. So every time you intake protein, you're gonna promote protein muscle synthesis, if I can say that right. This is gonna ensure that you are in a more anabolic state throughout the time, and this can be maximized by intaking enough. This leads me into the dose and limitations. So if you're intaking all of your protein in one sitting, you're going to maximize protein muscle synthesis, but the leftover calories from the protein aren't going to be used in an anabolic way. It's going to be used as energy, just like any carbs and fat would be. So that's why I would like you to be in a more anabolic state throughout the day, more hours in the day, so it is being used towards muscle growth. I don't recommend intaking more than 50 grams. If you look at the research, intaking 40 grams will maximize MPS and keep you in a high anabolic state, but that could be a little bit more for some people. An example, maybe a female that only weighs 90 pounds. Me weighing 210 pounds, this works great for me, but play around with the numbers, intake as much as you can. with at least 4 times per day, and that'll be the best number for you specifically. Next, with the dose, you want to make sure you're intaking high quality because some proteins are amino spiked. So you're actually not getting full proteins in. And if you look at the back of the container and read very high glycine and taurine, generally that protein is unfortunately amino spiked and you're not getting every single gram that it says on the label. So to clarify, I generally intake 20 to 40 grams per time at the upper limit, and ensure that you are intaking a high quality protein to ensure every single gram you are taking is being absorbed. Generally, if the price is too low, you are getting what you pay for, so make sure you do your research and see. So that's why I personally trust Legion. It is third-party tested to ensure that it is high quality, the milk comes from high quality, and it doesn't have any of the fillers that are going to negatively affect you, especially if you have a sensitive stomach like myself. I do have a code, it's Patty, and you can click the link in the description if you do want to check that out. But if you want to go look into different types of protein yourself, make sure not to look at the label, look at the ingredients list, see what's inside of the protein, see what type it is, and you guys already know the dose and how much to take. So other than that, guys, if you have any other questions regarding protein, I can go in more depth in another video. If you have any other questions, please let me know below. If you like the video, give it a like and subscribe if you're not part of the team, because I do have other videos like this coming in the future.